हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनच्छलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंश कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले नामने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष निवादी कम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य। हरे कृष्ण. So thank you so much for coming together again this Saturday evening to hear and chant the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the easiest and the sure shot means not only to purify the heart in the age of Kali, but it is also the sure shot way to install the presence of the Lord in our heart. These are not my words, these are the words of the Bhagavatam itself, in the second chapter of the first canto. हृदयन्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सदुत्सता तदा राजस्तमो भावो कामलोभादयश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धम् स्थित्वं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवद्भक्ति योगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते विद्यन्ते हृदयग्रन्थि सिद्ध्यन्ते सर्वसंशय क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि पश्य एव आत्मनीश्वर. Without delay, the Lord who is present in the heart is seen very clearly. So that is the perfect solution to Maya. Maya means that which is not. And the antidote of Maya is that which is as it is. To see things as it is. To understand we are spirit soul eternally part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. So we are continuing our Hari Katha for the pleasure of the Lord and for our purification. So this is also an important principle. We do not hear Bhagavatam for entertainment. We do not hear Bhagavatam simply to increase knowledge. Well, that's also a secondary reason. In the path of bhakti, the primary reason or the right attitude, to be more specific, with which to hear Harikatha and to chant that we have heard from our saintly parampara is What is the right consciousness? Anyone? To give a try.
Yeah, Prabhuji, may I try?
Yes, yes,
Can I?
please. Yeah.
Prabhuji, means dasattu bhavna.
Okay, good. Okay, anyone else? Thank you, Prabhu. So, yeah, you're very close, Prabhu. Yes, with Dasato Bhavana, yes, but more very specifically, whatever that Bhavana is, ultimately it is for giving pleasure to the Lord. So, when we chant with that consciousness and not with the consciousness of enjoying or with the consciousness of wanting just purification, liberation, good fortune for ourselves, then we are actually progressing nicely in the path of pure devotional service. We are not just wanting to be bhakta, we are wanting to be Shuddha Bhakta. Because if we want Goloka, we have to become Shuddha Bhakta. If we just simply want liberation, then if we are mixed bhaktas, we can still achieve liberation. We can still destroy all sins. We can still achieve auspiciousness and so many other attainments. So that is the consciousness in which we should hear. Of course, it's difficult, not so easy, because we are always so driven by I want to go back home, back to Godhead. I want to be purified. Where I comes. So we are all struggling with this. I'm not pointing fingers to anyone else. We are all struggling at different levels. But that's how. That is the right way. Which essentially means whether we like it or we don't like it. Whether that day we feel like doing it or we don't feel like doing it. We do it. Why? Because Krishna was just like a mother, right? Mother was a small child. She has to feed that child at that time every day. She has to pack her lunch box, his or her lunch box, the child's, and give him, whatever milk, breakfast, lunch, dinner at the right time. Whether she is in good mood, bad mood, whether she is tired, enthusiastic, not enthusiastic, frustrated, whatever, she will make sure she goes into the kitchen and does her best to serve her child. So that is what love means. Love means to give up considerations for one's own comfort, one's own enjoyment, and be focused on the happiness and enjoyment of the object of service. Needless to say, that is not a cheap thing to attain. That's a very high level of consciousness. Nor can we immediately do that by a switch. Oh, I heard in class today, I have turned the switch on. But we have to work, because cultivation of selflessness is a journey, is a process. But at least first we have to recognize, understand in what direction we need to move. And the beauty of bhakti is because it is at the level of the soul. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of the most prominent acharyas in modern times, in our line, especially the one who revived the Krishna consciousness movement in modern times after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after a few generations, Krishna consciousness was pretty, went into the oblivion, more or less, as far as the masses were concerned. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought it back to the forefront through writing the literatures. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati spread it throughout India. And Srila Prabhupada spread it throughout the world. So, 2-3 generations, Hare Krishna is a household word now. That is how the Lord's will manifest. The Lord sends the right personalities, empowers them. Anyway, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the miseries and the difficulties that I suffer in this world in my service to Krishna are my greatest ecstasies. Now, this may sound so poetic, so romantic sometimes, in Hindi movies, there are film songs where the hero will also say something like that about the heroine. You know, whatever gum I am getting from you is my happiness. But that's all nonsense. Because this kind of a thought only applies to the Supreme Person. I forgot the song. The Hindi, it's an old song, and this thought has come many times in Hindi film songs also, romantic songs. I just remembered the line. Sorry. मुझे गम भी उनका अजीज है क्योंकि उनकी दी हुई चीज है. Even if she is giving me misery, it is dear to me because it is being given by her. So these are all, I mean, poetically it sounds very nice, but these things don't exist in the material world. This is on the platform of love. This is on the platform of selflessness, which is not to be found in the material world. Because one's connection with Krishna is at the low level of the soul. That is why, even though the body and mind may go through so much struggle and suffering at an external level, still the soul is deeply satisfied in devotion. That is the philosophy. This is not just some sentimental idea. There's a very deep tattvic understanding in terms of tattva. So we have to gradually elevate our devotion just from considerations of physical and mental comfort and happiness to the point of always thinking that this is for Krishna's pleasure. Slowly, slowly. Don't have to jump, but so we have to come there. Otherwise, we will not be able to taste the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Selfishness, whether it is bhukti, mukti, or siddhi, desire for material benefit, desire for liberation from the cycle of birth and death, or desire for material and spiritual perfections, siddhis of various sorts. These actually block the tasting of the rasa. Because as long as these three types of desires of selfish, egotistical enjoyment remain in the heart of the jiva, he is still vimukha. What does vimukha mean? He is actually turned away from the Lord. Even though externally he is practicing bhakti, his objective is still to get something from Krishna for his own purpose. But the pleasure of devotional service to Krishna, the nectar of devotional service, comes when one actually comes to this stage of consciousness. So at least intellectually we have to understand that one day we have to walk that path. It's okay. Initially we may say, okay, we chant. Oh, I'm feeling so nice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, I love to be in the association of devotees. I love Kirtan. I love the deities. And that is nice. Nothing wrong. That is wonderful. But the point is, will we still do the same activities of sadhana and seva even on a dull day, whether we like it or we don't like it? That is how love is tested. Anyway, so that's just a side topic. It is a central topic, but side topic in the sense not directly aligned with the topic of our discussion. But these are very important things, because if after all our Bhagavatam study we have not understood this point, then we have not really understood what is this Bhagavat Marg that we are trying to tread. Mixed devotion is easy to find. Shuddha Bhakti is very, very rare. Even to understand Shuddha Bhakti is very rare. What to speak of attaining it? So when we regularly hear Bhagavatam and serve in the association of those who have transcendental faith, not just Laukika Shraddha, but Alaukika Shraddha, Divya Shraddha, transcendental faith in pure devotion, and we serve the pure devotees gradually. First, that faith in pure devotion comes, then eventually through anartha nivritti, the path of pure devotion is gradually spread. So, coming to our main topic, our topic for today is chapter 9, Canto 8, and the beautiful pastime of Mohini Murti. When we concluded the last chapter, this is not a very long chapter, barely around 30 odd verses, 29 or 30 verses. So, Krishna willing, we will complete the chapter today. We began the discussion of the Mohini Murti's appearance towards the end of the last chapter. So, very quick recap. After Lakshmi Devi came, Dhanvantari Bhagwan comes. Of course, first, before, immediately after Lakshmi Devi, the uh, Varuni comes, then Dhanvantari comes, the incarnation of the Lord, holding the nectar kalasha. And all the demons and the devatas were very orderly doing the churning. Once the nectar comes, the demons rush, they throw Vasuki's the rope that they are, of Vasuki snake, and they rush and they grab the nectar pot from Dhanvantari and run away. Devatas are what happened? They're already taken, snatched, and gone. All the demons together. And the nature of selfish people are, even when they are organized very nicely until the point that the objective is achieved. Once the objective comes, they fight amongst themselves. They are quarreling, they are snatching the nectar from each other's hands. They are quarreling. And in this snatching business, only the powerful demons are successful in snatching from each other. But the which probably were very handful. But the vast majority of the demons who are also expecting a share, they are getting frustrated. Arey bapre, this has now become such a mess now. How will I get my share? So they start telling the more powerful demon, no, please remember what we agreed. We are supposed to share, us, the devatas. So this is the convenience of the morality of convenience of the demons. Demons, when they are powerful, they will snatch. When they are not powerful, they will try to show some morality just so that they don't lose out. Anyway, the devatas became very morose. Lord Ajita, throughout this whole journey, Lord Ajita has been supporting the devatas and encouraging them. He tells the devatas. And suddenly, there appears a very, very beautiful lady. Very young, beautiful damsel. Extraordinarily beautiful. Extraordinarily beautiful. So beautiful. And so agitating to the mind and senses that the demons get attracted like anything. So this is one trick of Maya which is very difficult for anyone to resist. Very difficult. Great sages, what to speak of devatas, even great sages have fallen prey to the allurement of attraction to the opposite sex. So when Lord Vishnu assumed the form, so anyway, beautiful women, anyway in this material world, are an irresistible charm to those whose hearts are not yet fully purified. What to say when Vishnu himself, with his Vishnu Maya, assumes a form. It is said it was so beautiful, that that form was even more attractive than Lakshmi Devi. So Lakshmi Devi is considered extremely beautiful. And Lakshmi Devi they had seen just little time ago. And much to their dismay, she had married Lord Ajita. But now here suddenly appears a more attractive, stimulating lady, the person who by seeing whom the senses become maddened. See, beauty is also of various kinds. There is beauty which is beauty and soothing to see. And then there is that kind of a beauty which is of the nature that it is very agitating to the mind and senses. I don't want to go into details, but I believe you get the point. There is a soothing beauty and there is an agitating beauty. Of course, one should be careful of both because the soothing also is agitating if one contemplates it too long, but certain kinds of features can really be extremely agitating. So Mohini Murti was that kind of a manifestation where the power of Vishnu Maya was like, so much that the demons were so busy fighting, immediately they found something more important for their mind to focus on. Because this desire for enjoying the opposite sex is so deeply embedded within the hearts of the conditioned souls. And when this desire intensely erupts within the heart, lust, it actually just stunts and destroys the intelligence even of very discriminating, intelligent people. These demons were not some stupid roadside Romeos. Huh? But great personalities, Prabhupada says often, they become playthings in the hands of women if they are not careful. And this was not just a lady who was passing next to them. Mohini Murti was not just, she was deliberately walking near them. Not only that, she was glancing over them, looking into their eyes, moving her eyebrows. Like each of the demons, oh, she's looking just at me. Oh, she looked at me and smiled. She looked into my eyes. She likes me. All like bewildered by the Maya potency of the Lord. Her shy smile, bashful, shy smile. Everyone was so agitated. They all wanted to possess her. So in that intense battle for the Amrit, suddenly they all are looking in one direction. And that is how this chapter begins. So being so captivated by her, she started coming slowly closer to them. They stopped their fight for a while. They said, let us sort this out first. Because all of them were thinking, I want to possess her, I want to possess her. So being agitated by Cupid in their heart, they all approached this extremely beautiful lady and started inquiring from her. Oh, lotus-eyed beautiful one, Kamala Palasha, just like eyes. Who are you? Ka? Who are you? Kutaha? Where did you come from? Correct? In those days, nowadays, if somebody meets a pretty girl, they'll give their phone and say, type in your mobile number. But those days, no mobile number to keep in touch. So, what is your address? Who do you belong to? Who do you belong to means, who's your father? Because if I want to marry you, I have to go and talk to your father. Who's your father? Of course, they could make out she was not a married lady from her dress and her features, because in traditional Vedic ages, there were very clear, distinct signs of married ladies, whether it is sindoor or other specific ornaments. So they could make out that she is not married. But they wanted to know, who's the father? Want your father's name? Want your address? Please tell, who are you? And we can understand that you are still a beautiful virgin maiden. You are untouched by anyone. Neither the devatas nor any of the, nobody has touched you. You could make out from her physical features that she was a very young, untouched maiden. So all the more they were excited. Oh, it is my great good fortune, the demons are saying, that somehow by arrangement of providence. You are here, I am here. It is God's plan that we should be together. They don't know he's only God. She's only God. And yes, definitely by God's plan only, she is there. But a plan which is to be the peril of the demons. So all the demons, each one thinking, मैं इसको पटा लूंगा, I will win her over. Each of them thinking like that, they all got together and they told her that, no, actually, just came in, you don't know, there's a big ruckus going on. Actually, we are all sons of Kashyapa Muni. Not just us, not just the Daityas, but you see those Devatas there on the other side of Vasuki. They're also actually our half brothers. But this Amrit, we are all after this. That is why you saw us fighting, no? This is why we are fighting. Just to tell you, because you may be wondering what is this quarrel that is going on. So this is the matter. Oh, thin-waisted one, oh, beautiful lady. Huh? There's a lot of trouble and we are not able to settle this matter amongst ourselves. Can you help us to settle this dispute? You seem to be a very sensible person. So please settle this matter and just distribute this nectar equally amongst us. Us means demons, not devatas. So just see how Vishnu Maya just tricks the mind. So Mohini Murti, very shyly, she says, really, you want me to do? You don't even know me. I am just a Pumschali. Pumschali means a woman who just attracts the minds of men. In bracket, prostitute. A mind who simply attracts the mind of men. Pumschali. How can you just trust me? I have just come here. No, you should not trust me. Do this very important job. I am just a newcomer. Don't you know? Uh, women can create so many problems, even amongst family members. My advice is, don't trust. Especially one should not trust an independent woman. Why? Just like monkeys, jackals, and dogs are unsteady and continuously looking for different sexual partners just to enjoy. Similarly, an independent woman, especially one in bracket of loose character, is just continuously looking for different men to enjoy and take care of her own comforts. Should be careful. Don't even know anything about me. Are you sure you want to trust me? So when a woman speaks like this, actually it's a psychological trick. If a woman speaks like this, the first thing a man will say is, no, you are so, I can see you are so wonderful. I want to trust you. So Lord Vishnu is very expert in psychological tricks. The special thing about Lord Vishnu is, even when he deals with the demons, he deals with them in such a fair way, even though he tricks them, he does it in such a fair way that the demons themselves invite their own disaster on themselves. That at the end of the whole episode, the demons cannot even point finger at Vishnu. You did something wrong. Vishnu says, I told you upfront, don't trust me. I told you or not, don't trust me. What you told, I trust you. What to do? Why are you blaming me? So Lord Vishnu is Lord Shri Hari is very clever. Those who try to cheat him and his devotees, he cheats them in such a way that they don't even know what happened. So never cheat the Lord or his devotees. So she said it in such a joking way. The demons actually developed trust in her when she said like this. Oh, actually, she's being so honest. She's so, transparent. She's telling upfront, don't trust me. So that means she's trustworthy. No, no, we trust you. Don't say like that. Why you're saying that? Hmm? So we trust you very much. So they told her, no, no, no problem. Here, you take. Immediately they gave the pot of nectar to her. Didn't even snatch. Murti didn't have to say, give me, I want it. Said, no, no. Just to show that they trust her, they gave her the pot and she said, yeah, we trust you. Now you make sure that you properly distribute the nectar. We trust you. We all trust. You all trust. You all trust. Yeah, yeah, we all trust. Sure, huh? Mohini Murti tells them. You really trust, huh? I will do the distribution in my own way, huh? Then you don't stop me, huh? No, no, it's okay, it's okay. We trust you. No problem. Whatever you do, we will accept that, you are doing it properly. Okay, huh? If you're okay only, then I'll accept this responsibility. Otherwise, I don't want to get into your problems. Oh no, no, you're so nice, you're so sweet, you're so cute. Please help us. We really need your help. And as all this was going on, she was giving her sidelong glances and moving her eyebrows, and they were all dancing to the tune of Mohini Murthy's actual agenda. Whether I'm honest or dishonest, you have to simply accept. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, then get ready, sit down in a line. But before that, she told both the demons and the devatas, I am the referee, I am the umpire, I am going to distribute. So all of you sit down. So it is said they didn't immediately sit to take nectar. Nectar, such pure transcendental prasad, not trans. I mean, it's prasad. It is a divine rasa. So they all went. They took bath because they're all busy, sweating and doing all this Vasuki rope pulling. They said they went, took bath. They did their yajnas, their daily pujas, wore fresh clothes, nice jewelry. They all came and all sat down in a line. The demons on one side, the devatas on another side. Devatas were a bit far away from the demons. So Mohini Murti then, once they are all settled, she entered. Very beautiful sari, golden ankle bells, earrings. With restless eyes, with the pot of nectar, she came towards the demons first. She came towards the demons. And she started speaking very sweetly with them. Oh, yeah, now I'm going to distribute the nectar to all of you. Oh, you're so nice. You're so sweet. Whatever. I mean, she didn't literally say this, but you get the message. She was speaking so sweetly to them. They were so charmed, attracting them with all the feminine features. And she enchanted everyone in such a way that they were totally enamored. Bhagavatam describes her beauty and attractiveness was greater than Lakshmi. So Lakshmi, the energy of the Lord is so attractive, but the acharyas say when the Lord wants to become a female, he can become a more attractive female than his female energy. Very interesting. So the trick of Mohini Murti was she went first to the demons. She spoke sweetly to all of them, but she did not distribute the nectar. After speaking very softly with them, she went to the side of the devatas. I'm just coming. Just coming. I'll just settle the devatas and just come. Giving an indication to them that, just settle them quickly and give you the majority of the portion. So they kept quiet because they had also already agreed whatever she does, they are not going to protest. They are going to accept. So they did not protest. They saw her going towards the Devata, and the Devatas were all sitting in line. And then as they were seated in line, she started distributing the nectar slowly, slowly to all the Devatas sitting at some far distance away. The hearts of the demons were, started to beating fast. Oh, what is distributing? But even though they were worried, they were still not willing to intervene and chastise Mohini Murti, because they were thinking, oh, such a sweet lady. She is so favorably disposed to me. If I go and speak anything to her, she'll be angry with me. If I break her heart, then she will not accept me. I don't want her to break up with me. So, let me not take the risk of going and, disturbing her. So they kept quiet, thinking perhaps she will give a little bit and then come here and give the rest to us. Correct? Sometimes it happens like this, right? Sometimes at the beginning of a feast, if you go hurriedly, they're just giving small portions of servings of everything. But if the feast is abundant, if you go later, there's so much there. Get big servings of paneer and, 10 pakodas instead of 2. There is so much. One huge serving of blueberry halwa. So the demons, hope against hope, were thinking, no, okay, she will just give little bit just to make them happy. She's definitely on our side. She's sweetly to all of us. She's definitely on our side. So she's just managing them, and she'll manage them and come here so that the devatas do not create any disturbance, any problem. Quietly, she was giving nectar, one devata after another. That nectar is such a powerful elixir. The Janma Mrityu, Haram Sudham. Sorry, not Janma Mrityu. Jara Mrityum. Haram Sudham. That one who drinks that Amrita, nectar, that Sudha, that Soma, is free from old age and doesn't die. Now, this doesn't die doesn't mean that they never ever die, but they have very, very, very long lives. Practically immortal from our perspective, but it is not immortal in terms of eternity. These devatas practically are alive for the Manvantar. So the Bhagavatam describes Chara Mrityu Haram Sudha. So as she was distributing the nectar to the devatas, were drinking and getting fully nourished and becoming powerful. And the demons went on thinking, oh, she's just giving them little bit. Let the devatas be satisfied with the little nectar. But in the meanwhile, we are drinking the nectar of Mohini Murti by looking at her with our eyes, hearing the tinkling of her ankle bells through our ears. This is real nectar. This is how the demons were thinking. What is the use of this other nectar? This is real nectar. Because their hearts were tinkling inside, agitated by lust. They were thinking, this. What do these demigods know about the real nectar? This is nectar. The beauty of a woman is real. So in this way, the demons were totally bewildered. They were not even realizing what was happening. Actually, what was happening is that Mohini Murti was distributing all the nectar, everything that was there amongst the devatas. She had no intention to keep anything remaining for the demons. But amongst the demons, there was one. His name is Rahu. Somehow, it is not explained why, he was intelligent enough to figure out kuch gadbad hai. Something is wrong. Figured out that there is some trick going on. The demons are not going to get any Amrit. So what he did, rather than telling all the demons, he said, let me get my Amrit first. So quietly, he disguised himself. He got up from the line of the demons, disguised himself like a Devata, went and sat in the line of the Devatas as Mohini Murti was distributing the nectar. It is said he sat between Surya Dev and Chandra Dev. And Mohini Murti was going one after another. It is said she took the Amrit and Mohini Murti gave the Amrit to Rahu, as if Mohini Murti didn't even know that this is a demon. As if. And Surya and Chandra, who are eternal enemies of Rahu, they looked at him. Hey, this guy is not Devata. This guy is disguised. And they quickly told Mohini Murti, Chandra and Surya Dev, oh, this is a demon, don't give him nectar. But it was already too late. The nectar was already served to him. And Rahu had begun drinking the nectar. It had entered his mouth and was just about to go below his neck. But before it became too late, instantly Mohini Murti, when she was alerted, she invoked the Sudarshan Chakra and chopped off the head of Rahu. In a split second, he's drinking. Nectar went into his mouth, hadn't gone into his body, hadn't entered down his throat into his stomach. The Bhagavatam says, because of this unique situation, because the Amrit had touched the head portion of Rahu, his head became immortal. Jara Mrityum Haram Sudha. But the lower part of his body had not touched Amrit. And that is why the lower part was dead, but his head was alive. Very interesting. Of course, when this happened, Mohini Murti transformed herself into Vishnu and sent the Sudarshan Chakra. So then the whole scene became apparent. Of course, by that time, all the nectar was already distributed. Probably, I don't know whether Rahu was the last in line, whatever, but the job was done. Nectar was finished. Rahu's head was cut. Rahu didn't die. The Acharyas explain that it's not that Mohini, how come Mohini Murti doesn't know this is Rahu? But the Shastras explain that Rahu, the Lord, did this just to demonstrate to the whole world what is the effect and power of this Amrit. So the whole world now knows, see, even though Rahu was chopped, his head is still alive. That is the power of Amrit. So in that way, this was an advertisement of the potency of Amrit. That's why it is said the Lord allowed this. Rahu, the head of Rahu, after this particular episode, especially being immortal, was allowed by the sages and the devatas, was granted the position of a graha. In our solar system, there are the 7 planets which are moving along in the horoscope of everyone. Correct? Mercury, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, so Rahu. So Rahu was given the position of a graha because of the effect of this nectar. Amit is asking 7 or 9 planets. So Neptune, Pluto are not traditionally considered full planets or grahas in our Vedic astrology. So even though sometimes even in charts they are shown Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, they are not put into a Navagraha has Surya and Chandra also. It's not just the planets. So if you add them up, it will come to 9. Earth apart, including Rahu Ketu. So this particular chapter, actually the story ends here of how the Devatas received the nectar. Of course, the story doesn't end here. Obviously, after this, you wouldn't expect the Devatas to be too happy. Sorry, the demons to be too happy. Once they realized that they had been cheated, they may think they're cheated, but actually they are not cheated because Mohini Murti had fully told them upfront, don't do this. I will do whatever I want. Are you okay? You cannot complain. How to complain? They go and complain to see, you only told me, no? See, that is the nature of Vishnu. Sometimes the demons say, oh, Vishnu is partial. That was Hiranyakashipu's complaint. Vishnu is partial. Vishnu is not partial. For him, actually, for the Supreme Lord, the Devatas, demons, both are his children, isn't it? But he reciprocates with living entities based on how they approach him. The Devatas approach him with affection, with service, with the desire to follow the system that the Lord has instituted. That's why they receive the Lord's blessings. It is not that the demons will not receive the same blessings if they follow the same path. Of course, they will receive. Prahlad was born in the family of the Rakshasas. He received blessings greater than most Devatas. So it is not that their being born in a particular family is the cause of their exclusion. The mercies available, they exclude themselves from the mercy. That is the nature of demons. Why? Because they turn away from the Lord. The Lord is not partial. The Lord is impartial. Correct? Now, one beautiful example given in the Bhagavad is the rain falls everywhere. But those which are water bodies, they gather the rainwater, the mercy. And then there are those stones, the water just falls on them and just slips away. They cannot hold it. So Lord's mercy is available to everyone. The Devatas grab it, receive it, get nourished. The demons repel it because of their selfish interest. And that is why the Devatas, this chapter ends very beautifully. There's a very beautiful 2 verses which Shukadeva Goswami explains to Parikshit Maharaj. He says, just see in this whole situation, the Devatas on one side, demons on the other. Evam Sura Sura Gana Samadesha Kala. Sura and Asura. Just see. Sama Desha Kala. Same place, both had gathered. Same situation, same time. Hetu Artha Karma Matayo Api Phale Vikalpaha. Both endeavored. Both had the same purpose. What was the purpose? Both wanted nectar. In spite of everything else being the same, who got the phala? Devatas. So what was that differentiating factor? Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Tatha amritam suraganaha phalam anjasapura yat pada pankaja raja shayanan na daityaha. The demigods easily achieved the desired result of drinking the nectar because they took shelter of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. But the demons did not get it. So what is the important lesson? The important lesson is understanding the difference between devotional endeavor and non-devotional endeavor. Activities may appear equal from an external perspective. Desha, Kala, Karma, Hetu was common. But one was devotional activity because it was done under the instructions of the Lord. The Devatas, first of all, they were instructed by the Lord to do the Samudra Manthan. They were following. They had faith in the Lord throughout the whole process. Whenever they were in calamity, they were turning to the Lord and the Lord was helping them. Even when the demons snatched away the Amrit Kalasha, the Devatas looked towards Ajita and Ajita said, "Trust me." And they trusted. They had faith that the Lord will take care. So we have to be like that. We have to have faith, follow. When we do like this in the service of the Lord, then our activities qualify as devotional service. But the demons, even though externally their activities look just like those of the Devatas, because they were simply driven by their own desire to enjoy, their activities were demoniac. Rajogun, Tamogun. Correct? Even on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, isn't it? Duryodhan and company were fighting for kingdom. Pandavas were also fighting for kingdom. Both were fighting hard. But one was fighting under Krishna's instruction. The other was fighting for their selfishness. So the last verse, 29th verse is very sweet. Yad yujjate suvasu karma mano vachobhir dehatat majadishu nirbistad asat prathakvat तैर एव सद्भवति यह क्रियते पृथक्वात् सर्वस्य तद्भवति मूल निषेचनम यत्. Very beautiful. I just read the translation, it's very nice. Human society does many things. This is not verbatim translation, this is paraphrasing. Many things for protecting one's life, wealth, by one's minds, words, and actions. But because, in bracket, demons do all this for one's personal or extended bodily sense gratification, without reference to the Lord's bhakti, all their endeavors are baffled. But when the same activities are done for the Lord's satisfaction, tair eva sadbhavati yat kriyate aprathakvat, means in connection, aprathakvat means in connection to the Lord. For the Lord's satisfaction, the results are beneficial for themselves and for everyone else. Sarvasya tad bhavati mula nishechanena yat. In the same way that when the root of the tree is watered, automatically everyone becomes, all parts of the tree are nourished. So this concept comes again and again and again. Rather than pleasing one's mind and senses, if one's focus is on pleasing the Lord, automatically one's body, mind, senses will eventually become satisfied. Not only one's own, but of the whole creation. This is a very, very deep and important principle for all of us to understand. When one actually understands this principle, yatha tarora moola nishechanena tapyanti tat skanda bhujopashakaha pranopahara chaitindriyanam tathaiva sarvarahanam achyutaijya. When one understands this principle, then one understands that simply by focusing my efforts on pleasing the Lord, all perfection will automatically be achieved. I do not need to make any separate endeavors. This is strong faith. This is strong faith. This is the definition of faith which Rupa Goswami gives. He says, what is Shraddha? Shraddha Shabda Vishwasa Kohe Sudruda Nishchay. What is the meaning of Shraddha? Shraddha is that firm conviction. What kind of conviction? Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita hai. If I simply endeavor to please Krishna, all other things are automatically achieved. I don't have to make any separate endeavor. This faith is not cheap. This is Shuddha Bhakti. And this is the truth. It is not very easy to understand. Those who understand this and act on this are the Shuddha Bhaktas. Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krita hai. I don't need to do anything else. Both for my material and spiritual welfare, nothing else I need to focus on other than pleasing Krishna's senses. And I'm going back to the same point that I started the class with. And when all our sadhana is focused simply on giving pleasure to Krishna, then all material and spiritual welfare will automatically come about. I mean, not that, tomorrow morning automatically, we'll be in perfect status. It's a journey, because we are not going to be able to achieve that focus instantly. That focus itself is a cultivation. It may take its own time, depending on where we are today in our journey on the path of bhakti. It is not necessary to think that we will take many, many lifetimes. Maybe many of us are already been doing this for many lifetimes. Very likely most of you have been doing this for many lifetimes earlier. Otherwise, to have the faith to regularly hear Srimad Bhagavat and to chant the holy name regularly is not a faith which comes very easily. It comes either by practice over many births previously, or it comes by special favor of the Lord or the Lord's devotees. Nonetheless, no matter how we have received it, we are fortunate to some extent we have received that blessing. So we have to endeavor for deep faith in the manner that has been described. So the true followers of the Bhagavatam are those who understand this principle and are working towards the realization of this principle. That's why those who have very, very strong nishtha, they say the holy name is everything. The faith of the Lord, especially of those who are pure devotees, their faith in the Lord, their faith in the name of the Lord is actually more than the faith in the Lord. Or rather, to put it differently, this may seem a bit contradictory. If they are given a choice between the Lord and the Lord's name, they will choose the Lord's name. Why? Anybody wants to make a guess? If given choice between the Lord and His name, why will the saints who have deep Shraddha in the Naam choose the name? Yes, Tarun Prabhu. Tarun Prabhu is chanting more than 16 rounds every day. So he has firm faith now. Yes.
So just like राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, वाल्मीकि is also being मतलब उनका भी उद्धार हो गया था. राम नहीं बोल पा रहे थे तो मरा बोला था. मरा से ही converted to Ram. So the potency of the Lord is more in the name. So if you take the name, automatically the potency starts flowing. That's what I heard, Prabhuji.
Okay, that's also true. Yes. Anything else? Yeah, you're also right. There is something a bit more that I am looking to hear for. That is correct. What you said is also correct. Anyone else wants to share? Yes, Vikas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Before you give your answer, please, all of you, your blessings to Vikas Prabhu. Vikas Prabhu is headed to India and is receiving initiation in the next few days. Balram Purnima, right, Prabhu? Still on track?
Yes, Prabhuji. Next Balram Purnima, 10th.
Yes, correct. Next means coming Balram Purnima. Yes, so he is going to receive Harinam Diksha. So all devotees, please give your blessings to him. It's a wonderful commitment. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, please share your understanding.
Prabhuji, it's we can't perceive God without the name. नाम के बल पर भगवान को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. Otherwise, there is no other mean. And of course, sadhu sangha and guru kripa, but the naam brings the Lord to us.
Name is the easiest way to attain the Lord. Okay, good. Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody else? Any other perspective?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Bhaskar Prabhu. 1 minute. Tarun, I'll come back to you. Yeah, Bhaskar Prabhu.
So name and Krishna is non-different, right, Prabhu?
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. So calling name nothing but is calling indirectly Krishna's name.
You're all almost at the exact answer, but I'm looking for a very specific statement.
Uh, Hare Krishna
Coming
Prabhu, you
to-
said that
Yes.
the chanting of the Lord's name is the only way to reach Lord in Kali Yuga.
Yes, you're also almost there, but I'm looking for the right sentence.
True.
Almost.
Harinam, Harinam, Harinam Kevalam.
No, you're saying the same
Yes.
thing in different ways. I'm looking for a more.
Okay.
Why would one choose Krishna's name over Krishna's form or presence? Over. Okay. I think you all know the answer, but probably you're not able to figure out what I'm hinting at. Okay, so let me not keep the suspense. The point is, because Krishna is non-different from his name, one can always feel the presence of Krishna and have Krishna with him all the time by chanting his name. It is not possible for us to be physically next to Krishna all the time, even in the spiritual world. Even when you go to Goloka Vrindavan, it's not that you're sitting next to Krishna all day long like this. No. Even the Gopas spend some time during the day with him. Then at night, the gopis are there performing Raslila. Even Mother Yashoda doesn't see Krishna throughout the day when he's herding cows. So, what are all the devotees in Goloka Vrindavan? How are they always keeping in touch with Krishna? They are continuously amongst themselves chanting and discussing Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. In that way, they are actually experiencing Krishna's presence always. It is like a control in your hand. You can utter Krishna's name, feel Krishna's presence. You understand? This is so powerful. One realizes this is so powerful. Nama, namino abhinnatvam. Nobody can keep Krishna next to him 24 by 7 in the physical sense, not even in the spiritual world. But Krishna's presence and the nectarian experience of Krishna is accessible 24/7 through the name. Do you have 5 minutes? Can I tell you one story? It is just past 10. A very beautiful story. Nobody said yes.
Hari Bol.
Yes,
just,
Prabhuji.
just joking. Just joking. So it's a very beautiful story.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Indulekha. So those who are understand this
Yes.
principle, thank you. Those who understand this principle, they have very strong faith in the holy name. And they deeply take shelter of the holy name. You will see these kind of personalities who deeply take shelter of the holy name, even when the Lord is personally present, even when they are associating with the Lord. Hanuman, wonderful example, always Ram Nam. Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, no need to chant so much. No, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Once a day only, Mahaprabhu, you are coming and visiting me for maybe an hour or whatever time the Lord would spend with him. But all the time he's experiencing Krishna's presence. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's a very beautiful pastime. But before I go into that pastime, this pastime is from the Mahabharata in connection with Krishna. There are devotees who take the shelter of the holy name of the Lord to such an extent. The name is so much goes into not just their tongue and their ears, but their body, deep into their bones. So in Vrindavan, there was a great saint. There's a great saint. This is not a very old story. It's a relatively recent story. That one saint, very great, exalted Goswami, he was passing in one place in Braj, and one place he suddenly stopped. And his disciples asked, Maharaj, what happened? What happened? He said, I'm hearing the holy name coming somewhere from this land. Huh? We can't hear anything. We can't hear anything. No, no, you put your ears to the ground. So when they put their ears to the ground, the disciples could also hear Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They are confused. How come sound is coming from the ground? This is in Braj. So this Mahatma told them that actually in this place are buried the remains of a great Vaishnav whose whole life was dedicated to the chanting of the holy name. So even though his body has disappeared, being buried here, his bones, which are still remaining here, the holy name is coming from his bones. So they are like, huh? Really? If you heard something like this, will you believe? But of course, they had faith. But the Guru said, they said, can we check? So, okay, if you don't have faith, you can check. So they started digging. Sure enough, after they dug for some time, they found the bones of a Mahatma. And they said when they took those asthis, the bones, they could distinctly hear from the bones the sound of the Mahamantra audibly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Can you imagine the effect of the name and what kind of sadhana these Mahatmas may have done? So they were like, wow, this is far out. So anyway, their Guru Maharaj told them, now you have removed the remains of this Mahatma from this Samadhi sthal. Now you have to immerse it in the Yamuna. You cannot just disrespect it. So they did the needful. So that is the glory of the power of the holy name. I'll tell you one more small story. Sorry. 2-3 minutes more. It is said, Lord Shiva wears skulls, a garland of skulls around his neck. Do you know there are mentions in the Shastras, including a story in the Mahabharata? It says that the skulls that he's wearing as garland around his neck are not ordinary. They are of those Vaishnav saints whose whole life was dedicated to the chanting of the holy names, that even after they passed away, even their bones in the form of their skulls are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And Lord Shiva is hearing the holy names which are emanating from the skulls of these Vaishnavas. Amazing, right? So there's a story which is mentioned in the Mahabharata. So these are not imaginations. There are all Shastric basis for these statements. So in the Ashwamedhika Parva of the Mahabharata, there is a story. Now that story is a long story. We don't have time today. It's already 10:08, 10:08 auspicious time. But I will tell it to you in brief. Maybe someday we'll discuss that story in detail. But I just want to make this point. At the time of Mahabharata, when Shri Krishna was personally present on the planet, there were two very great devotees whose name was Suratha and Sudhanva. Now, I'm not going to their stories, their kingdom, they were princes of a particular kingdom. There's a big story associated with the Rajasuya Yajna of Yudhishthir Maharaj. I'll not go into that pastime today, but I'll come to the crux. So there was a battle with Arjuna, with the Pandavas, in which they were killed. And they were such staunch Krishna Bhakta and Sadhakas, always absorbed in the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That it is said, even after their heads were chopped of their body, and their heads fell off, the holy name could be audibly heard from their chopped off heads. And everyone was shocked. Huh? That was their absorption in Krishna consciousness. So Lord Shiva, who was observing all this, he told Nandi, oh, my decoration is the skulls of these kind of Vaishnavas. So go and bring the skulls of this Suratha and Sudhanva so that I can wear them in my garland. I want to keep them on my chest as my garland. Because in that way, I can always hear the holy name and I can embrace these Vaishnavas in my heart. Just see the kind of sentiment Lord Shiva has. How he wants Vaishnav Sangha. He wants the holy name. The holy name which is coming from the skulls of the Vaishnavas, pure Bhaktas, Mahabhagavatas. So he said, Nandi, the meanwhile, Lord Krishna had appeared there. This Leela happened in the presence of the Lord when the Mahabharata was going on. And Lord instructed Garuda that these are such great devotees. Their skulls should be treated with great respect. Please take them and immerse them in the Triveni Sangam. So Garudaji very respectfully took the skulls and he was flying towards Triveni Sangam. So Nandi was on his way to grab, to take the skull. Meanwhile, Garudaji came. He already took, he went. When Nandi is chasing Garudaji, wait. Lord Shiva has asked for. This where you are taking. Garudaji went. He said, my Lord has instructed me to put them in Triveni. So he went and immersed them in Triveni. So after he did that and he left, Nandi said he picked up the skulls from the Triveni, which were dripping from the water of the Triveni. Went to Lord Shiva. So these skulls of Sudhanva and Suratha are still decorating the chest of Lord Shiva. Still chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So such devotees are never separated from the Lord. Those who have taken deep shelter of the holy name through the name, they always feel always connected with the Lord. So this is what we want to cultivate. That is why the name is given. That is why we have to take shelter of the name. Now we are taking in a raw form. We do not have realization of the non-difference of the name and the named. But when we continue to chant as we get purified, eventually Nama Namino Abhinnatvam will become realized. And then we cannot give up the association of the Lord. And always we can remain in the association of the Lord by chanting His holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you. Thank you for patiently listening beyond regular time. If you want to drop, you can drop. If somebody has questions or comments, we can take for a few minutes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Anand Sundari Madhu.
Prabhu, just one question regarding the skulls around Lord Shiva. Is there another story about that was of Mother Parvati in her previous birth? That the skulls
There are
around?
many.
Is there?
There are many stories on this topic.
Oh, so there is, okay. Oh, okay.
There are many stories.
Thank
There
you.
are also some stories that he has worn the skulls in the Skanda Puran of various Brahmas also around his head. So there are many stories. So Lord Shiva also appears at different times. There may be so many dimensions to it. But just like every divine personality has many aspects, at the deepest level, at one level, Lord Shiva is a demigod. But at the highest level, Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava. So at his deepest level, what is really dear to Lord Shiva is the devotees of Lord Hari and Lord Hari. That's why he himself is always chanting the name Ram, 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 always meditating on Lord Sankarshan. So that's actually devotees of Lord Hari are extremely dear to Lord Shiva. So Krishna Bhaktas should, take benefit of Lord Shiva's Ashutosh nature by praying to him to purify us so that we can actually become qualified to serve the Lord. Yeah. So Puranas are replete with so many stories of various sorts. Yeah, Tarun Prabhu.
Bro, I know it's already late. I can put the question in the next class. That's fine. Just wanted to check with you.
Okay, we can discuss next. If it's not related with this topic specifically, then we can discuss the next time. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not related to this. This is something that we were discussing about Harinach.
Okay. Then we'll
Harinach.
discuss it the next class, if that's okay with you. Okay?
Sure, bro.
Thank you very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta. Hari Bol. Holy name ki.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Neha ji, Sridevi ji, thank you. Vikas Prabhu, thank you. Have a safe trip. Pray for all of us. Tarun Prabhu, Sarvalakshmi Mataji, Amit Priya, Anand Sundari Mataji, Sudhir Sundar Prabhu, Sachi Prema Mataji, thank you all. Hari Hari.
Thank you, Prabhu.
There is Ekadashi fasting on Tuesday, just letting you know. So observe Ekadashi. And then Balram Purnima is coming soon. 9th, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And then, of course, Janmashtami on 16th. 16th, right? I believe. Yeah. Okay. So wonderful festivals all lined up.